Hi, everybody, and welcome to Raising Vibrations, and welcome to the Libra people today. And we'll be doing a sun sign forecast for July 2016. So welcome, my Libra friends, and I'm really excited to be sharing with you this new direction. So let's go have a look at your chart today. So what we're doing is we're looking at your solar cycle for this month, and that's from the 22nd of June to the 22nd of July. And the sun is transiting, as you can see over there, in your 10th house of your astrological chart. So this is all about self-direction, okay? The archetype of the 10th house, or the archetype of Capricorn, is all about how do we establish authority in our lives? How do we establish our sense of direction? How do we govern ourselves personally? So when you have the sun moving through your 10th house, what's happening for you is that you're getting in touch with that process. You're getting in touch with where you're going with your life. What do you want to do with it? What type of emotional choices have you made in the past that have led you to where you are? And how can you be more in alignment with your soul's direction? Okay. And I think that this is a big deal for you because, with Venus also being close to the sun there and in the 10th house, as a collective, we're all evolving through that Venus conjunct sun archetype. But for you, particularly Libras, this is about that new direction. Now, the thing is, though, Venus and the sun transiting that 10th house can also bring things like a deep sense of futility and depression. And again, the Capricorn archetype, or the 10th house, is about slowing down, really getting in touch with your emotions. So I'm not surprised that if you find yourself changing direction during this month, that will be taking place. You find yourself taking on more responsibility, feeling the need for wanting to being blocked in some way, shape, or form. This can manifest itself, or feeling a need to just break out of your old patterns that you've been basically existing in up until now, and wanting to liberate yourself. So that's a big deal there. Now, what's funny about the situation is that Pluto is actually transiting your 4th house of your astrological chart, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that means that you're also dealing with your emotional reality and self-identity change on a very deep level. And of course, again, this can be very difficult in the sense that there's a lot of emotions that are coming to the surface for you that you're having to deal with. And this has obviously been taking place for quite some time. And the way that you're actually experiencing these emotional shocks and abandonments maybe is also through family members and your home in itself. So my best advice to you with Pluto transiting your 4th house for up until 2024 is just to kind of get in touch with the recognition that there is an initial change that's taking place, and you are learning more about emotional self-reliance. Okay. Uranus is transiting your 7th house of your astrological chart, and he's in Aries. So of course there's this new sort of direction awakening regarding your relationships to people. And when we are looking at our relationships to people and we're looking at our relationships to everybody else, we are changing inside. So we're learning how to direct ourselves in the world, take the new direction for ourselves. We're learning how to become more emotionally in touch with what we feel is who we are. And then that's naturally shifting our relationships in very peculiar ways, with Uranus being there. Okay. And of course, Neptune's in your 6th house. So this is a big deal in terms of the nature of your evolution from a spiritual perspective. How are you healing yourself through becoming more competent? You probably find yourself sometimes feeling a little bit overly criticized by experiences. I'm not saying that this happens frequently, but you will find yourself wanting to really, really get in touch with becoming more and more important in your life, okay? And really healing yourself through looking at your imperfections in a deep way. Now, what's interesting about the chart at the moment is, of course, Pluto, but Saturn and Mars. And Saturn's transiting your 3rd house of your astrological chart. So what's going down for you right now at the moment regarding Saturn through your 3rd house is the nature of your communication. And the nature of your mind is being revealed to you. And what's being revealed to you in a deep way is how you would communicate and define things from the past. Saturn is all about emotional integration and crystallization of experiences. So when Saturn's transiting through a house, we're really getting in touch with where reality was when it was there the last time, where reality is right now, and where is the mismatch between the two. So Saturn can be hard work for us wherever it is in our charts. And for you guys, of course, this is really getting in touch with a new language. All right. And Mars has been moving into that house for quite some time. It's now retrograded back into your second house of your astrological chart, which has probably brought you some financial gain in some way, shape, or form, which of course helps you out a little bit there. But he will be going direct on the 29th of June, as you can see. And as soon as that manifests, there's going to be a new evolutionary cycle for you around your sense of values, a sense of what you think abundance is, and how that gets manifested in the world, and how you're going to communicate these new inner relationships to yourself, how you see yourself inwardly. And of course, that's going to then activate the new moon that's taking place on July the 4th. As you can see there in Cancer, there's where the new moon's going to take place, activating that sun and solar cycle for this month. So self-direction is a big key for yourself. I would slow down during this month. And then, of course, on the 19th of July is Capricorn, and that's when the full moon is going to be taking place, and that's when there's going to be a deep emotional release for you. And for me, I would just say to you that when this manifests itself, it's an old identity that is no longer going to be supporting you anymore, and just allow it to go through you and move through you in a very calm way. Okay? It can be very difficult. I know from my own personal experience that it's really, really difficult to allow those emotional releases to go through you if you're not knowing that that's what's taking place. Okay. All right, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this monthly forecast and give you some direction for what you need to do this month. I wanted to quickly draw your attention to Learn Your Chart. This is a new way of me sharing and helping everybody learn astrology for themselves. So basically in the description below is a link to explain how that works. You can check that out. There's a video. And what you do is you basically send me your birth details, and I'll send you a playlist for the service of all of the archetypes that are in your chart. And you can watch how they specifically play out for you. And then you also have a 90-minute reading with me as well. So that's a really great way to understand how your birth chart works for yourself as well, and then get a really good astrological reading. Okay? And for those of you that are new to the channel, hit the like and subscribe button as always. And thanks very much, guys. Have a fantastic month. Speak to you soon. Bye.